know, practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the UCLA Bruins offense has the ball first today. And this is a matchup that we've been talking about coming into this. High-powered offense squaring off against a defense that is more than capable of shutting them down. This one's going to be fun, David.
And this defense has been able to do that. Like every offense they've faced, they've played great. They take away what you do best. Obviously, Palmer, on that other side, this is a high-powered offense. They're really, really good. How does this matchup unfold?
You're right, David, and I think as the season's gone on, this is a matchup that we've circled on our calendar, knowing that these two teams are going to square off and face each other. So many guys on the field today are going to play in the National Football League. There's a lot of experience on both sides of the ball. This one's going to be fun to watch.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks, going all the way back to Rick Neuheisel. Troy Aikman is a name people will recognize. Caden McNown back in my day. And then recently, DTR was carving up defenses too, throwing it. Got to be able to make good decisions. You got to be able to deliver strikes through the air. And this guy right now is doing just that.
And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Makes the catch. It's Traore. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Caught behind the line. It's Traore. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
You talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second.
Trying to rumble in. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, UCLA.
Well, this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So TCU's offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, Guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Ramsey. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
Corner's going to give them room. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Switzer. Fires to the tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains because of his ability after the catch. It's so unique.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bruin. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Floats it out in space. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Throwing right. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the 1st quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this
Touchdown, UCLA! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the 2nd quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, They got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quickly to the tight end. At the 35, he's open. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, down to throw. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. This time it's complete. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. The Horned Frogs are flying down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the back. Running into the open space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And the Horned Frogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Made a defender miss. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to run it in from the 2 on 3rd down? He's going to lose a yard on that one.
4th down here, it's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Are forced to settle for 3.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Back to throw, it's Switzer. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He leaves it with his back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Bruins will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Gets it to him on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They try to pop a run on the draw. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Great job by the quarterback, the running back, and the offensive line, really selling pass. That's step one. If you're going to run an effective draw, it's got to look like pass, and then boom, you sneak it right to the running back, gets a big gain, and gets a first down.
Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And already it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
He's got it on the right. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. And the Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, running back gets to give. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Right back to the well. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
And the Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Touchdown, TCU! Fit it in the window for the score.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
The Bruins come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to throw. It's Switzer. Moves around to clear up the vision. Throwing on the run. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Ramsey. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go up top on second and short. He'll try to do it himself. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
He'll throw it. With the catch, it's Ramsey. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Quickly complete. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you can tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Splits the uprights. Good. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he's coming out of the end zone. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bruins will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. That's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, and we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Rushes on him. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air. It's Switzer. Throws to the back. Pulls it in. It's Traore. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Bruins can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll give it to the back. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up the short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Bruins have this offense rolling. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys...
Turning it over. Got enough space. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions, and just carving this defense up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Good timing on the quick out. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
It's complete to the left. Gets away from one, finds room. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Got it behind the line. It's Ramsey. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Wants to throw again. The screen, he can go. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And he rushes it right through the upright. It's good from 59.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The Bruins come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Looking downfield, it's Switzer. He's got his man. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
The RPO, it's complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
The Bruins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Inside the 45. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback keeps it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. They're working that left side. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a 1st down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This 2nd half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Looking to throw, it's Switzer. Pocket breaking down. He's got an open man. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Nice job on this play. Nice response. Trying to get themselves back in the football.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They need to move it 2 more yards on 3rd and goal. Wants to throw again. Lets it fly. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Brought down at the 8-yard line as he took that interception back inside the 10 to set up this offense. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Quarterback on the keeper. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Back open in the middle. Brings into the open. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these 1st downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And here they come, almost all the way back.
Quarterback flexibility to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The Bruins in a good spot here with second and short. To the air, it's Switzer. He rifles one deep to the left. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man quickly. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires to the big fella. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the right. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Finds the tight end. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going for the big play. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, this defense is still playing so hard here late in the game in the fourth quarter. Offense taking a shot into the end zone. Defender in incredible position, and he's able to knock that one away incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to keep it in the air. Snagged out of the air. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Ramsey. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. It's complete to the right. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And that's a perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. You don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. Well, they got the completion, but there is still plenty of work to do here on 4th down.
Yeah, you'd love for this to be a no-brainer and be inside the 1, and it's easy to go for. This is that little mid-range situation. Listen, offensively, you practice for this. I think you still stay aggressive. 4th down nowadays means go for it.
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. He's looking to throw. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And the Bruins backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.